We're going to try again. Third time might be a charm. I don't know what's going on here. Still not working, is it? Okay, well, I'm just going to stay here for a minute. Oh my goodness, I see people. What? Hello. Oh, Sue, it's so good to see you, Marianne. Hello. You guys, I've had just nothing but issues getting on this morning. Hey, Rebecca, Catherine, you guys, good to see you all. Yes, it's working. I mean, let me just tell you, some unkind words were said just a minute ago for all makers of internet products. It wasn't pretty. Kimmy, Olive, good to see everybody. Yay, we've got people. I called Marla and I said, can you see me? No, I can't see you. It's crazy. Sometimes every once in a while things just go wacky. I think what I'm going to start doing on a regular basis is unplugging this thing and starting it up and unplugging and starting everything up. I see people too, Sandy. I see live people. It's a good thing. I am working. Yay! And there's Rebecca too. I'm so glad that Rebecca's here. Well, you guys, this is Wise Women's Wednesday. I know you were looking for me, Kimmy. I was thinking everybody's going to think that something happened to me. And you've been waiting for me. Thank you. And Leslie, welcome. Good to see you. And bring in your friends, y'all. Here we go. My new computer is fantastic, except I think my internet connection every once in a while is just, kind of crazy. Hey, Terry, good to see you. Marla's here. Marla, look, we're on. Yay. Did it. So I unplugged and rebooted, and there you go. I mean, sometimes one needs to do that with life too. Am I right? So Wise Women's Wednesdays, I want to get our mind set on, because this is, Christine, I can't help you with tech stuff. I just can't. I would never forget you, Catherine. I would never forget anybody. I was sitting here going, well, I've got this whole show. I've got all these things to go on. Anyway, we did it. So, all right, let's talk. Let's talk about some things. When it's Wise Women's Wednesdays is when we wrap our heads around what's going on, what we are doing. And Marla's absolutely 100% right. The Hot Melt Sprint is a reboot. And isn't it just so classic that I had to reboot my whole router so that I could get on? In the true spirit of rebooting, that's what happened. And every single day is a day to wake up and to be excited and to be grateful and to look forward to what you have going on. And I always look in the comments to see, what are people saying about this? What is this all about? And I see little bits and pieces of things that make me say it's time to really start with the mindset stuff. Our mindset is what helps to move the needle. Without the proper mindset, you know what happens? You lose it. You lose it quickly because it's so easy to be thrown off track, because the strength of what you need is not just, in your legs so you can go up and down and do your flights. The strength is in between your ears. That's where your strength lies. That's where your power is. That is the source that gets you through and takes you to the other side. So I want to talk about that just a little bit today, and I want to gird you up and get you going because we have the rest of the week to go. This is only day 3, and we've got 4 more days ahead of us, and finishing this sprint with gold ribbons and first places on us and the medals and all the rest of it. That's the way to go. This is how we get the big trophy, you guys. And I don't just mean a participation trophy, but I mean as somebody who's prepared hard for this race and has finished it with everything they've got. I want you to leave it all on the table. That's what I'm asking you for. So we can't just be a participant. I mean, that's one of my pet peeves in life. I think being a participant is nonsense. We want to more than be a participant. We want to be an actual runner. We don't want to be just in the grandstands. We want to be down on the track doing the work ourselves. When we do the work, we get the reward. And it's no fun, honestly. It's no fun to reap a reward unless we have done the work. And then there's all kinds of things that happen. One, we create a new pathway in our brain. Two, we surprise ourselves. Isn't it wonderful to be surprised and say, oh my goodness, I just did this one little, I did this and then look at my results. But it is a fantastic thing once we start to do things and we start to make those pathways in our brains and we start to really take this on and to really get it going and we get a momentum going, we can see just how powerful we really are. Because the power within is something that I don't think enough of us have really taken into consideration. I don't. I think we need to be looking at that power and understanding that we aren't these wimpy little women. We are powerful. We're not pitiful. We've said that a bazillion times, right? But beyond being powerful or being pitiful, it's understanding what that power is. Now, spiritually, we all have a power source, don't we? We pray, we believe, and we have faith. And praying and believing and have faith means nothing without works. Read the Bible. Yeah, there's truth there. We have to show, the works need to follow what our faith is. And, faith without works is empty. It's just nothing. We are the women who need to instigate that. We are the women who need to instigate that in our own lives. And the way that we do it is keep doing the same thing over and over again as long as we're getting the results. Notice how I changed that. As long as we're getting the results. If we're doing something right, then keep doing that. If something's wrong, stop, evaluate, and see what's not happening here. So I'll give you I'll use myself as an example, and I'm going to use Marla too. So Marla is, just watch what she's doing, and she tells me every day she's my body clutter buddy. She's constantly, her weight is going down, her ketones are going up, her blood sugar is going down, and she is on a roll. She is melting before our eyes. Have you seen that? Certainly you've watched it, and I'm always giving her a lot of crap about it and saying, your shirt's too big, which is fantastic. I love watching that. Me, on the other hand, my weight has stayed the same, my energy level and what have you, and I'm doing all the right things, but I'm not discouraged, even though I do have ketone envy, I'm not going to lie. But you know what it is? It's staying the course. It's staying the course even if you aren't getting the results and making some adjustments. So I looked at what's going on here, and you know what my adjustments are? Drink more water. I haven't been drinking as much water as I needed. So I added to my little phone on the alarms, every time I do a flight up and down, that's when I'm going to drink my water, because I'll find myself getting so involved with my work and whatever, go do my flights, get back, need to get done. And just, I'm kind of surprised, I'm kind of surprised. I'm like, I'm waiting for the slide to happen. It does, is the point. The slide happens. You have to wait for it, because the waiting is part of the whole thing. The waiting and the patience with yourself is part of the whole thing. And it's not a race. I cannot compare myself to Marla. I cannot. You know what I can do? Instead of being jealous, I can be so praiseworthy of her and just say, atta girl, keep going. I'm proud of her, and I can be proud of you. It doesn't mean I'm not getting results. My results are microscopic. Whatever's happening with me, I know something is happening with me. I feel good, and I took measurements, 3.5 inches gone. Now, why it's not showing up in my weight? Whatever. So you know what? Here's the thing. Wise women don't compare themselves, ever. Wise women instead look at their own power, and they fill in the blanks of where it is that they might be missing something. Because at the end of the day, it's all about your program and what you're doing, and not what everybody else is doing. Period. That's what it is. And if you need help, you have a community to draw on. Awesome. And not only do you have a community to draw on, but you have somebody say to you, you know what? I think you're doing this, or I think you're doing that, or maybe you need this, or maybe you need that. And you know what the thing is? Something's going to click. Something's going to click. And then all of a sudden there's this thing called the whoosh. And of course I don't have it right here. It's on my sitting there right there on my book table where I've got all my research pulled out. And you have a whoosh. All of a sudden, boom, there goes 5, 6, 7 pounds. And you're like, wow, how did that happen? How did that happen? Joanne asked, are you not showing up because you're tall? Well, I'm the same height as Marla. We're the same height. So it has nothing to do with tall. It just has to do with my body. And it's not that I don't have any weight to lose. I certainly do. It's just what it does. And being obsessed with the number on the scale, and even being obsessed with this kind of a measurement, without giving your body the chance and understand this. This is where crazy comes in. You want carousel of crazy? It took you how many years to put on that weight so that you're sitting on that, on your booty? How many years was that? And then we expect in a week everything should be different, or even 3 weeks or a month even, because we've changed our eating habits finally. Well, our bodies are doing things, but it might not show up on the scale just yet. But be patient. Be patient, persevere, and keep powering through, because that is where your power is. Your power is that you're feeding yourself right anyway. Your power is that you have the ability to go back and to check out and say, what am I doing here? Oh, maybe you need a little more water. Maybe you need to move a little bit more. Maybe you're eating too much. Maybe. All these things come into play. And I love that part. When all those things come into play, it gives you something to go off of. Otherwise, what happens? Otherwise, you just get discouraged and you say, this isn't working, so where's the Snickers bar? This isn't working, so forget it. See you later. And you do an Irish goodbye and you duck out of the group and come on. We are big girls, right? Pull up your big girl panties and start recognizing that even if the scale doesn't move for a month, you are still doing something that is positive for your body. Your body is appreciative. You've taken out the inflammation. You've taken out the inflammatory foods. You're feeding your body right. And now it's just time to fine tune. Can we say amen to that? Can we agree that this is where we need to go? If we have a microwave mentality about taking the body clutter off, we are going to have a microwave mentality about everything, and we will never have the strength, the perseverance, the power, and the tenacity, the God-given tenacity to power through this. So do not be discouraged, because listen, am I right? Pain is temporary. Quitting lasts forever. Pain is temporary. It's not a big deal. It is not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Marla and I, when we first lost weight, we did it together in sync. It was ridiculous. It was hilarious. I text her, she texts me, boom, 2 pounds. We both lost 53 pounds, and we did it together. It was like, we were like skipping down the hill together, holding a pail, like Jack and Jill. That was then. This is now, and we're both operating off of different operating systems. We're both women in our 60s. We are both working postmenopausally on this new program of our bodies. And who cares, right? Who cares? I am not competing with Marla. I still have ketone envy, I'm not going to lie. But I have ketone envy, and I'm also extraordinarily proud of her as my friend. Extraordinarily proud. I couldn't be more proud. I love watching her sitting in that chair shrinking in front of us. So we're older and we're wiser. Older, wiser, and better. And our bodies are smarter, and they know what they're doing. We look at the things that we need to do. We figure out how we need to tune into it. Last night we went out to dinner, and we did a great job. We used chips for the guacamole, and we used them as spoons and tossed the chips. Not one chip got crunched on. I promise you. Scout's honor. Not one chip. We ate the guacamole, we ate the salsa, we ate the meat and the salad, lots of salad. It was perfectly sprintish. It was all sprinty. And I was expecting, okay, I'm going to get on the scale. I should be down a half a pound. Nope. Stayed the same. Is that discouraging? I'm like, ugh. Of course, I'm going to have a minute of just going, ugh, I want to see it. I want to see the scale move. I want to lose this. I have plans. I have plans for those size 6 jeans that's sitting in my closet ready for me to go. But I have to be patient. I have to persevere. I have to power through. I have to believe in the process. The process is the vehicle that gets you there. And over, and I will say this over and over again. And one of the things that I notice every once in a while, it's less happening, and because I think you guys, one, you know me. First of all, people are taking responsibility for themselves and reading the plan before they come in and make any comments, which I appreciate, because I will be tough on you if you don't take the time to read something that I took a lot of time to put together. I'm going to get on you. It's important. That's how we take responsibility for ourselves. But I also noticed some of the ways in which things are being framed, and I want to call them out now because I want you to see how you can flip it and be powerful instead of pitiful. Okay? So here's how it is. I am struggling. It's so hard. No, you're not struggling. Struggling would be that you're in a thing of quicksand and you can't get out. That is not a struggle. This is not a struggle. Maybe a little difficult, but not a struggle. Come on. Let's reframe things. Let's look at how we give away our power in the way that we talk about stuff. This is not a struggle. This is a small thing. In the scheme of the world and all the things that are going on, this is a teeny tiny thing. And we just need to flip the switch on this, and we need to flip our thinking on this, which is another way that we flip the switch. Okay? We flip the switch by understanding that the power lies within the words we say and the things that we think. Period. Because the words that we say and the things that we think, when they're in sync with the things that we do, stuff starts to change. It can't beforehand. It just can't. It's completely, it's out of your realm, your realm of grasping. See? So for me, when I see I am struggling, I'm thinking, really? This is a struggle? Eating this good, healthy food is a struggle? No, it's not. Struggling is trying to get out of the grasp of a boa constrictor. That's a struggle. Or being pinned down by a big bear. That's a struggle. In quicksand, that's a struggle. Do you see where I'm going with this? And I'm not making light. I'm not just being dismissive. I'm saying let's line these things up correctly. Let's understand that in our world where we have a bazillion options and we're not waiting for the Red Cross to pull up and feed us, this is not a struggle. This is simply a matter of flipping the switch and understanding this is not a struggle. This is just merely a different choice that I need to make. Okay? We keep it in that perspective, things start to change. When we keep it in, this is so hard, when we say this is so hard, no, this isn't hard. Hard is going out and foraging in the woods and trying to find food to feed your family. That's hard. What's hard is when there's nothing in the pantry and there's no money to pay for it. What's hard is having to go out and be in a chain gang or something. I mean, there's hard and then there's not. So if we can keep this in perspective and take a much lighter approach to, and less drama to what we consider to be hard or a struggle, and understand what hard really is and what a struggle really is, and think about people all over the world who are really struggling and really do have it hard, I think we can flip it back and start understanding a little bit better about ourselves, that we're giving our power away every time we say something like that. What we're saying, there you are, Marla, that's right. Struggle is a stage 4 cancer diagnosis. Yes. Struggle is something really difficult. So if we can do that, we can start flipping the switch. We can pull the drama out of our lives. we need to do that. I shared this with you before. My mother was a drama queen, a drama queen. And I loved her, but everything was such a big deal. She would flip out about everything. And I finally was like, Mother, please. And at 80 years old, I got her to start meditating. And it did bring it down a notch. It helped. But we don't have to flip ourselves out when something little comes up. And if it's new to you, and if it's something new that you're doing and trying to get lined up in your life, then it's new. And just say, this is really new to me. And I'm a little out of my comfort zone. And I'm trying to do a better job on this. Or whatever. When you do that, do you know what you do? You open up the possibilities. Instead of putting yourself in this little narrow tiny slit of like, this is what it is. Oh, I can't. And it is perfectionism, yes. Then what you are doing is that you are lining yourself up with all the incredible possibilities in the world, with people who are going to come alongside you and help you out. You don't need somebody to spoon feed you. You don't need somebody to go, it's okay, everything's going to be... You don't need all of that so much as you need solutions. Am I right? We just need to understand that, if we're quitting sugar, this is so good, Marianne. Quitting sugar is a gift you give yourself. It's not a struggle. That's right. It is not a struggle. You know what it is? It's getting off of a substance that has been abusing you for years. That's what it is. You're getting off the junk, sister. That's what it is. So let's call it out for what it is. And let's be grateful that we have a plan, we have a community, and we have the ability to stop weirding ourselves out with just how hard this all is when it is not. Okay? It is not. New things and change is hard. We have to see it as a learning experience, even if it feels uncomfortable, says Catherine. Yes. Change isn't easy. I prefer to use the word hard for really hard things. I prefer to use the hard when I'm doing something that's completely beyond my physical capabilities, and I do it anyway. I prefer to use the word hard when I'm doing like a hard hike or a hard class at the gym, or a hard this or hard that. I prefer to use that. Uncomfortable, new, different, yes. But our words have a tremendous ability to train our brain to go the way that we want or to go the way we don't want. So drop it. Drop it. Drop the crazy talk. Your words mean something. Your words mean something. When you have the ability to back off and to rearrange what you're saying, you have the ability to open up new pathways to your brain, to open yourself up to powerful possibilities and to people who are going to come alongside you. Send your questions to savingdinner.com. Okay, there we go. We're back. Crazy. Did you get me? Oh, if I could just fix all the internet problems in the world, that would be my calling. Okay, so I'm here right now. I see people. I see people. You want to win the book? I know you do. Catherine Campagnola won the book this time. So next time, next Monday, there will be somebody else. And you do that by sharing this video. Share the video with people that you care about, that you want to bring alongside to help you as you do this as a community. And let's do it, right? That's it. Don't forget, ladies, pain is temporary and quitting lasts forever. Don't quit. It might be a brand new thing for you to do, but please don't quit. Because you know what? We can do this together. We are powerful. We're not pitiful. And we're in it to win it, okay? All the way. All the way. This is only day 3. We've got 4 more days to go, and we're going to powerfully do it. You're more than a participant. You are on the racetrack doing this. You're not just watching, you're doing. Everything you've got, leave it all on the table. I'm asking you to do this because at the end of 7 days, you're going to find something out about yourself that you never knew existed. I've seen it over and over again with all our sprinters. And if that's you, shoot me an amen, sister, and some hearts. I love some hearts now that we're back. All right. And I'm going to give you one more assignment. One more assignment. If you have not read Body Clutter, what are you waiting for? Come on. This is the ultimate book. You know what this book tells you about? It tells you about food addiction from 2 food addicts, okay? If anybody knows anything about food addiction, it's Marla Silly and Leanne Ely. And believe me, we know all about it. Thank you so much for joining me today. And again, share this publicly on your feed. Say a little something about this, and you might be the person who wins this book on Monday. Yay! And don't forget, Q&A is on Friday. Support@savingdinner.com for any questions you might have. I answer them live here on Facebook Live every single day, 1 p.m. Eastern. I am here. Come rain or come shine, even if I have to scream at the router, which I did today. Mark came upstairs and he goes, "Is that you?" And I said, "Yeah." Sometimes you got to let it out. All right. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Peace. I will see you at 3 o'clock for tea. Bye.